Meron tayong babasahin na isang sulat. Ito po'y natanggap natin kanina, no? Ito po'y mula sa isang bagong tatag na samahan na ang layunin ay ipaglaban ang karapatang pangtao at gayon din po ipromote ang isulong ang malayang pamamahayag dito sa Pilipinas. Babasahin ko po to sa Ingles, ano, sapagkat ito'y isinulat sa Ingles. Ito po'y naka-address sa presidente ng European Council. Kaya po nila ginawa ito sapagkat maganda yung pagkakataon dahil nandun nga po si BBM sa Brussels, Belgium, umaattend ng ASEAN and EU Summit. So, ang pangalan po nitong bagong samahan na ito ay Pinagkaisang Lakas para sa Katarungan, Alliance for Justice. Ang acronym po ay PIGLAS. So, babasahin natin, ano? Sabi dito, Dear President Michel and members of the European Council, we are PIGLAS, an alliance of concerned citizens from the Philippines, writing on the occasion of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s attendance of the EU-ASEAN Commemorative Summit in Brussels from December 12 up to 14. Violations of freedom of speech and the press are rampant in the Philippines today. Libel and cyber-libel laws have been used to muzzle dissent. People are framed for crimes they have not committed. Journalism are, routinely assassinated. Journalists are routinely assassinated by hired guns, sabi niya. On October 3, 2022, veteran journalist and broadcaster Percy was mercilessly gunned down on his way home. Percy was reputed for his 35 years of hard-hitting journalism, which fearlessly tackled cases of government corruption. His case has unraveled a conspiracy that goes to the highest levels of government. Despite this, the investigation and pursuit of justice remains slow and bogged down by incompetence and diversionary tactics. Yan po yung pinaggagawa ni Bantag, ano, na puro delay. 2 beses na po siya naging cause ng delay dun sa actual proceedings ng prosecuting panel. To continue, sabi dito, Senator Laila de Lima has been in pre-trial detention since 2017 when she was detained on trump-up charges of illegal drug trading after a series of sexist tirades by then-President Rodrigo Duterte. Despite key witnesses recanting their testimonies and alleging police coercion, she remains in unjust imprisonment with the Department of Justice refusing to drop her case. Totoo naman yan, mga kaibigan. Hanggang ngayon nakakaawa na rin po si Laila, no? Renowned journalist Maria Ressa, who won a Nobel Prize for her efforts to safeguard the freedom of the press of expression, was convicted of cyber libel in 2020. She was a founder of Rappler, a Philippine news organization which was celebrated for its critical coverage of the Philippine government's bloody war on drugs. Ressa and Rappler were targets of systematic political harassment by then-President Rodrigo Duterte and his allies. The fiery radio commentator Waldi Carbonell was charged with 7 counts of cyber libel, all because of a single commentary which exposed details of a local mayor's plunder case. The 79-year-old media practitioner was barred from posting bail for 2 days and had to be rushed to the hospital. He was not afforded a preliminary hearing and he was charged the maximum fine per count. Walden Bello is facing charges of cyber libel filed by the camp of Vice President Sara Duterte, sabi po rito. These cases are mere snapshots of the situation faced by journalists and those who seek accountability. The country has consistently ranked abysmally in the World Press Freedom Index by Reporters Without Borders. Currently, we are ranked 147th out of 180. Mariosep. Clearly, lives and liberty of Filipino journalists are casually sacrificed in this part of the world. As vanguards of the struggle for freedom of speech and of the press and for human rights, we now reach out to the European Union whose Charter of Fundamental Rights serves as guiding principles for all other countries dedicated to the cause of justice, freedom, and democracy. It is in this spirit of mutual recognition of the paramount importance of these rights that we write this statement. We implore you to raise the aforementioned issues in your dialogue with President Marcos Jr., lest they be forgotten or be doomed owing to powerful adverse interests. The Philippine government must be constantly reminded by its allies that those foundational principles of democracy must be upheld and protected as a precondition for amicable relations. Yun po yung dinidiscuss ko kaninang naunang bahagi ng ating programa, mga kaibigan. Yun yung sinasabi ko na doon sa GSP Plus na ating kasunduan with the European Union, meron pong mga conditionalities yan. Isa po dun sa mga kondisyon na inilatag dyan ay yun pong ating pagtalima sa karapatang pangtao at maging ang pagpopromote ng malayang pamamahayag. So dito, at least binanggit din po nila ng mga kaibigan. Kaya tayo po ay natutuwa na meron ding ibang mga organisasyon. Gaya ng itong bagong tatag na Piglas, ito po ay kinabibilangan ng ilang mga prominenteng tao na ating mga nakilala nitong mga nakaraang panahon. Nandyan po si Professor Walden Bello, si Professor Waldi Carbonell, si Attorney Luke Espiritu, at nandito rin po si Senator Laila de Lima. Ang inyong lingkod po ay inimbita upang maging parte nitong organisasyon na ito. Ang layunin po nito, mga kaibigan, ay unang-una upang ipagtanggol ang karapatan ng pamamahayag dito sa ating bansa at gayon din ang karapatan ng bawat nilalang dito sa ating bansa.
Si Percy Lapid, bumabanat. Lapid Fire.